Okay, we're going to discuss inspecting fire inspections or structural fire protection, to include fire doors and also structural fire insulation here. PPE for this, nothing additional. Maybe hearing protection if you're down in the engineering spaces. Okay, where you need structural fire protection, right now we're in the engineering spaces. If we look at the overhead, you'll notice that there's insulation there. So this is protect the accommodation spaces from a fire in the engine room. So structural fire protection, you've got a straight steel bulkhead. That's going to be an A boundary. Once you install the insulation, you could have up to an A60. The thickness of the insulation dictates how much fire protection there is there. Some of the other things you want to consider are pipe penetrations going through a fire boundary. You want to make sure that they're the appropriate materials, steel through steel, that they're also properly insulated. And wire penetrations going through a fire boundary. The packing material around those have to make, of course, watertight, but it also has to be able to resist fire. Okay, we're currently located in the aft end of the engine room. This is the emergency escape door from the engine room. So if there was a fire in the main space, you couldn't get to the normal ladder to evacuate, you would come into this door. As an inspector, you want to make sure that this door properly closes, that it's not tied back. You want to make sure that these plungers work, and they can freely access up the escape trunk. What we want to point on this is ABS approval, and then it'll show different boundaries. So this is symbology, international symbology, that tells us what the different components are. Okay, this is fire boundaries. So it's marked by solid red, a B boundary, a block, and Class A fire doors like the escape door in the aft of the engine room. One of the other things we want to look for is any kind of PVC pipes going through a structural fire control bulkhead. This vessel doesn't have any. If they do, then there's a requirement for a standoff pipe about 1 foot long to prevent fire from coming up the bulkhead and melting the PVC pipe. Okay, ventilation closures. This is a ventilation closure going down to the purifier room, down in the main engine room. It's held open by air pressure. If you lose air pressure, it will automatically close. Okay, you also want to look for any kind of unapproved space modifications. What will happen on